Hey, what up, YouTube? This is Mr. North 14, and today I want to talk about the Xbox One Project Scorpio. Now, basically, I have made a wish list, something that I would like every Xbox One Project Scorpio to either come with or be a part of. Because I feel it's unfair that 4 years into the life cycle of this current generation, we are already being told that we have to purchase a new system. Okay, so if I'm going to have to purchase a new system, and this system's supposed to be the most powerful system ever created, then you know what? I got a few suggestions for Microsoft, and I'm about to give them right. Let's just start out with my number one biggest wish list item. Now, it is the name for Project Scorpio. Now, Microsoft, you should either call it the Xbox One Elite or the Xbox One Omega. So these are the two names I came with. This is what I like. So, like I said, either call it the Xbox One Elite or the Xbox One Omega. Now, the second thing I would like for the Project Scorpio to have is either a 2 terabyte drive or a 1 terabyte drive. Don't want this 500 stuff, because this is like supposed to be an elite system. This is supposed to be the cream of the crop, best system in the world ever created to date. 4K gaming, HDR gaming, so it can't have 500. Okay, it's either really, it shouldn't even have 1 terabyte. It should come out at 2 terabytes and shouldn't have anything else below that. So we're just going to stop that, say only 2 terabytes. Okay, now the third thing I need for the Xbox Project Scorpio is the price. Microsoft, it will have to be $450, okay? Or at the most 500. I'm not willing to pay more than that. There is no reason for me to pay more than that. This is not my fault, okay? This is your fault. Your game plan with the Xbox One was a disaster. And so 4 years into the life cycle, I should not be purchasing a whole new gaming system. Okay, so you're gonna have to bite the bullet on the price. 450, that is the highest I'm willing to pay. I will go probably as much as $500. Okay, probably. But 450, you're gonna have to bite the bullet on the price because again, we should not be purchasing a new system this early into the life cycle when this is supposed to be the next generation and we haven't got a single game that says next generation. Everything we've been playing since 2013 we could have basically played on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation PS3. So you know what? There is no need for an elite price for this product. You're going to have to find a way, and simply just bite the bullet because again, this is your strategy's fault of why we're already trying to make the most powerful system in the world. You should have done that in 2013. But anyway, we're going to go on to my fourth must have or wish list item here. Okay, the fourth thing is every Xbox One Project Scorpio has to come with the Elite controller. Okay, it shouldn't be any other controller packaged with this. It has to be the Elite controller. The Elite controller has to have the new Bluetooth capabilities and it has to have the new 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This is a must. Why should I be paying for another system? Microsoft, again, you have to bite the bullet. You're going to have to put the $150 controller with this package and you're going to have to make it affordable to gamers. You're going to have to. You're going to have to bite the bullet because there is no reason why I should want to get this and 4K and all that hasn't really kicked off yet and probably won't kick off next holiday season because people have these 1080p TVs and we're satisfied. And we're satisfied. So, like I said, Microsoft, you got to bite the bullet on that one, okay? So that's my fourth thing. It's got to have an Elite controller pre-packaged with it. So number five. Number five is something that is, I believe, most essential. You know that if this is successful and people go out in droves and buy Project Scorpio, then Sony is going to say, oh, we got to make a more powerful system than the Project Scorpio. So, Microsoft, this system has to be able to have an external graphics card, just like the Alienware graphics amplifier. Okay, basically, it's got to have an external graphics card to help it so that it can become future proof, or at least last 10 years like the Xbox 360 did. If it has the ability to connect to an external graphics card, or as Alienware would call it, a graphics amplifier, where you just have a little box on the side, it's plugged into a serial port, and you just place a new, better AMD or NVIDIA graphics card into it and give it that extra pump that it needs to make it an awesome gaming system and to upgrade it. Okay, I should not be buying another Xbox Project Scorpio because Sony has made a better product. So it has to come with a graphics amplifier, if you want to call it, or an external graphics card. Now, number six, it's got to work in the VR department with both the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. It can't be just the Oculus Rift, and it's a million issues that I have. And one with the Oculus is just the latest news that one of the founders of the Oculus Rift, put his hands in politics and paid all kinds of money to mock Hillary Clinton and stuff like that. And a lot of game developers are pretty much leaving and not supporting the Oculus Rift. So that's why it's also important that you have HTC Vive support. And it's just better for us gamers because we like to have variety. Because it might be a game on the Rift that's not on the Vive, or vice versa, that's on the Vive and not on the Rift. Okay? But also we should just have that flexibility because we're gamers. Sometimes we buy two of everything. We have a PS4, we also want an Xbox One. That's just how we roll. That's what we do. And we love choice. So, my sixth thing is Microsoft. Okay, you got to have choice. Okay, now let's go to my number seven item. My number seven item is that is okay. So my number seven item is pretty simple here. It's basically that Microsoft, you have to have a game that shows off the power of Project Scorpio at launch. Okay, may it be Halo 6 or it be Frozen 7, but we have to know why we're paying for this and why we need this system. Okay, and it is up to you to make us understand. I know gamers have told you things, but we always say stuff that we won't. You know, all we wanted really was for the Xbox One to be just as powerful as the PS4. If you would have done that and stopped adding all this other stuff like TV and things like that, we would have been just fine as gamers. Okay? And we would still not have to buy whole new systems 3 and 4 years into the life of the current systems. If you just would have made the Xbox One and PS4 at the same power level. Now we're into this my you know what is bigger than your you know what. And when we get into those my stuff is bigger than your stuff, that the consumer is the one who always pays. So like I said, number 7 is you have to have a game that shows off the power of Project Scorpio. And with the ability of Halo 6, the name recognition of Halo, that would be the perfect game. Okay, so that's my seventh thing. Either Frozen 7 or Halo 6 has to show the graphical prowess, the speed, the number of enemies, the 4K gaming, 60 frames per second, and it has to be no compromise, and you have to be able to show it with your flagship games, either Halo 6 or Frozen 7. Okay? Now, my number 8 thing is it's got to have a premium design. It can't just look like a square box or It can't look like a smaller square box. Okay? Microsoft, you got to put some development into the design of Project Scorpio. It's got to look good. It's got to look good. I mean, it can't just be another square box, okay, with lines running through the top and crazy stuff like that. Okay, you got to have a smooth design. The 360 was, I don't know, won't say it was beautiful. I won't say it was extraordinary, but it had the look that separated it from the PS3. You knew you had an Xbox, and you knew you were excited to have an Xbox 360, and you loved looking at your crazy designed Xbox 360. So, like I said, it must have a premium design. Okay, let's go on to my number nine thing. Okay, Microsoft, I honestly think you should bundle a Connect camera with every Xbox One Scorpio or Project Scorpio. And I'm going to tell you that it's not for the gaming, it's just for the voice command capabilities. And if you won't support your own product, you should allow the Intel RealSense camera to also work with the Xbox One or Xbox Project Scorpio, so that if a gamer wants to go out and have these abilities and this functioning command, if you won't support your own product, then we should be able to go out and buy a product that will allow us to scan our faces and put them into video games. Because that's also what we want. You know, we wanted Connect to work. We wanted you to support Connect, but if you don't support Connect, then give us the ability to go out and get something like Intel RealSense 3D camera that we can add to it, okay? Because I believe that you have these boxes in every home, in almost every home. And Google and them are all, and Amazon has Alexa, you have Cortana, but the problem is that you're going to need a device in the home that does the Internet of Things. Google is coming up with their Alexa type device because they understand the importance of the Internet of Things and having the ability to have one device connect all of those. So Microsoft, you have an Xbox in there. Okay, Scorpio is set to be a crowd favorite if you hit the 450 price point. So you should also put a Connect in every Project Scorpio, or as I like to call it, Project Xbox One Elite or Xbox One Omega. Okay, so just think about that because you want to be on this Internet of Things. You want to have a central device with the ability to do all of that, and at the same time have fun gaming. Make Connect more about voice command. Because you ain't got the other gaming thing right. Okay, so there you go. That's my number nine thing. Now my number 10 thing is, you know, sometimes I like bundles, but I want a bundle that actually means something. So if I buy Froza 7, I want to have a bundle where not only do I get a racing chair and a wheel, but also a butt kicker combo. Where I'm getting a reduced price, but I'm getting not only the Xbox Project Scorpio, but I'm actually getting being able to bundle a racing chair, a butt kicker sound system to make me feel like I'm in a race, and a racing wheel, but at a reasonable price. Microsoft, everything will have to be premium. Okay, and I just added this 11th in, and it's basically power efficiency. It can't be power hungry like these systems are right now. It has to be efficient. It can't be sucking up all the power in my crib. It can't be using more than my stove and my refrigerator. So make this power efficient, Microsoft. Okay, so these are the 11 things that I say I really would like on the wish list for Project Scorpio. Let me know what everyone thinks about this, okay? Because my wish list is really important to me, and I think Microsoft should honor this. What do you think? This is Noor, and I'm out. Peace.